what's up everyone? I'm SuperSonicJB. Welcome back to more The Legend of Heroes Through Daybreak for Nintendo Switch. So last time I had started up the game and played through the beginning portions of the prologue and all that, and we met Agnes here, and we explored the maintenance tunnel and everything, and we found out that one guy got murdered and everything, and then we got arrested, but then they let us out because, you know, plot reasons. So, now we continue on. We're playing through more of the game stories episode, so we're gonna go and get started. Like the video, make sure I hit that like button, it helps out a lot, and subscribe to my channel. So today's episode we're just gonna continue to play through the game story, so hopefully all goes well, so let's do it! Alright. Just gotta make our way right on over here to the cafe. So he's still getting ready to open. Should I go in anyways or keep wandering around? Basically, give me option. Main story advance upon entering the cafe. You could hold off. We're just gonna go outside. Isn't the game's like, are you sure you want to do this?
Well, hello again, handsome.
Oh, brother.
I've been waiting for you. I figured you'd show up early enough. I suppose the girl next to you is your client. She suits that uniform to a T.
Hello? Tom, I only just walked in the door and you already got her red. Bartender Bermati?
My name's Bermati, sweetheart. I'm the owner and bartender of this fine establishment. Van and I have a very special relationship.
Oh, okay. You have a boyfriend? We just scratch each other's back, that's all. That way we make some of the best coffee and cocktails in town. He's also a first-rate information dealer with a hell of a lot of fishy contracts. Sorry. Oh, I see. My name is Agnes. I'm about to say Agnes, dude. It looks like it, but it's Agnes. So yeah, Claudel, it's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, isn't she a polite one? What a lovely client you have today. So I assume whatever lead you have regards Giacomo. He was the guy who got murdered in the last episode. That's right. Word travels fast. Of course it would. The scene of the crime was practically in my front yard. I found him difficult to like as someone in the same trade. But I have never wished this on him, even if he did most likely bring it on himself. What do you mean? So he did put his head on his hand in the fire. Guessing it was last night. Oh, guess you're absolutely right. One of my sources tells me that he tipped off the police. He said a criminal gang was in the midst of a massive drug deal. That's no good. It's not that uncommon. I'm more thinking it was a hoax. Indeed it was. The police arrested several from the scene, but they found no evidence that drugs ever changed hands. It did look like they were in the middle of a dispute of some kind, but who the other party was, they could not ascertain. The ones caught were also saying something along the lines of, "Who rat us out? They wouldn't have done it, so it was someone on our side." Huh. Judging by all you said, it sounds like those criminals and that other party, were still scheduled to do some kind of deal, even if it wasn't drug related. And Giacomo called the police on them, creating confusion by doing so. Well, yeah, you're dead on. And took advantage of that to make off with something from the scene. And ended up with a one-way ticket to the other side for it. My thinking is along the same line as yours, though I haven't got a clue that the something in question is what it is, yeah. As for now, he was able to make off with the completely undetected. I can only speculate. There must have been some kind of trick to it. You don't think he used Zypha, do you? Now, there still aren't many of them in circulation. I think he used the previous model, which is his objective much better. There's a fair number of them making the rounds on the black market these days. A Ramba, huh? Calvard's 5th generation ornament. That thing? Yeah, the one that developed between Vern and Epstein Foundation a while back. It was used by police and army for a while, but as soon as the 6th gen was introduced, they wasted no time dumbing it. Cypher's better, sure, but the Rambot was just as good as your Bonia's Arcus back then. It was this not notable feature being stealth compatibilities. Huh. So you think he used that stealth to hide something? quite well. Let's something more himself. It lets you disappear as if by magic. Yeah, that's what he used in the beginning of the video in the last episode. How long lasts depends on the user, and it can't avoid tripping sensors. But slipping into a scene that's already in disarray and stealing something, that would be a child's play. It does all make sense. Puts it into perspective for us, huh? When we charged into the maintenance room after hearing a scream, all we found was Giacomo's corpse. But we weren't the only people who were there. The criminals who slit his throat were still there too. They just snuck right past us using Ramba's stealth capabilities. That face she's making. Oh man, what fearless criminals they are. Certainly not bottom of the barrel. You could be dealing with Jaggers, or perhaps like Mick Jagger. Or they are, they're covered what they're looking for, so I doubt you'll find success in pursuing them any further. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Oh? He wouldn't keep me waiting. That's a big-ass flip phone, man.
Here are all the bases he used for the past few years, complete with security locks.
Thanks, we'll call this even.
Oh, and just to add, there's been no sign of any Jaeger cores in the move as of yesterday. Well, be seeing you.
Okay, not Jagger. Alright, I guess I'm in your debt again. What was all that about? So Giacomo had multiple hideouts, did he? That could mean whether he stole was in one of those. That wasn't a Jaeger corpse he had a run-in with. Oh, forget it. I can't believe you turned to Dingo. Right in front of me. You know, I'll sing like a canary for any day of the week. Really, man? I'm sorry, but I never was much of a faithful type. Not a faithful type, huh? I see how it is. The bitch is everybody. Well, we got a lot of new information out of that. I'm just surprised at how well connected you are. What can I say? I spent some time putting people in my debt so I can cash in favors.
You must have amassed quite a collection by now.
Oh yeah, you have no idea.
Oh.
What's happening here?
Oh! I'd heard you were a regular at this establishment, but I wasn't expecting to run into you just as it was opening.
Is that Mitsuru? Or Cemetery Hero Mitsuru? It sounds like her.
That makes two of us. First Renee, then you. Hell of a day for me.
You've certainly spent a lot of it skulking around. Up to no good, I assume. I imagine it was half your own fault that you got hauled off to the police station.
Wish I could argue otherwise. Should have known it wouldn't take long for you to hear about what happened and come running.
Of course. I've paid a visit to the scene of the crime as well. Giacomo was hardly a pleasant person, but he was a decent informant to use when work called for one. I hope you know that the detectives at the station and that reporter are very displeased with you, by the way. Your love of causing trouble for everyone and taking advantage of it to further your own goals has never been a bright spot for you.
Don't got a clue what you're talking about. Damn, this is awkward.
I can't believe it.
Elaine?
Forgive me. My name is Elaine. I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation. Oh, not at all. I think we have much to discuss. But we're also both busy, so that can wait for another time. Whoever can solve this case first, the CID, the police, the guild, wins the prize lying in wait. That also goes for our presumed suspects. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Be careful not to get too involved here, Van. I'm almost certain that the two people who killed Giacomo were from A.
Thinking the same. But I'll chalk myself up to owing you one for telling me.
You know her? The voice acting is stop, and the voice acting is very inconsistent in this game. My God, what you do too? I guess she does pop up and favor every once in a blue moon. Of course I know her. She's really famous. I don't think there's anyone in Calvard who doesn't know the face of Elaine Alclair. Whatever, man. It's one of the youngest bracers over to reach A rank in the guild. They're ace, and they even call her. I can't remember, but it's something like Beauty's Blade. Elegant enough for someone so adept with the swordsmanship of the Old Kingdom. Hard to feel for her having beauty slapped on her title. Are the two of you close? She's just an old friend. Anyways, we wasted enough time here. We almost got this one in the bag. We can talk stuff through while we're on the move. Alright then. But yeah, the voice acting, it'll happen for a bit, then it'll just stop, you know? Like, you'll get your character introduction, and it'll be like, the talk for like a few lines, and then it'll just stop. But it's really weird, dude. Making short, I think it's safe to assume the thing Giacomo made off with is the ornament you're looking for. We know it was stolen from an antique shop a week ago, but by a gang of punks. Said punks had met with a pair of others to deliver it, and at this point likely had some dispute over Myra. That was when the police charged in on the scene, leaving Giacomo, who called them, to snatch goods using their Ramba. Then the pair tracked him down the very next day. They waited in ambush for a while at the crime scene, murdered him, and stole his Ramba and used it to escape. Rambas are like any other kind of computer in that they've got apps to note things down and store it into them. Giacomo was always a cautious one, so I'm sure he wouldn't have made his info too easy to identify. I'm guessing the locations of his hideouts were on there, so the culprits could use that device to find them. Do you think his murderers are using the Ramba to find which spot has what he stole in? Pretty much, fortunately, we've been able to use data on his recent movements to narrow down the top 3 places it could be. I cannot read right now at all, dude. Like, my god. Central City. One's in front Tryon Tower in the 3rd District. One's near Central Station in the 7th District. And there's one in the 12th District around the Grand Circuit racetrack on the outskirts of town. Which of them would you say is the most fishy? Wait, I have to actually guess. Wait, probably that one? Yeah, I think you say to rule the tower and circuit out. Until last night, there were both a couple of people cause of Summerfest and the Z1 Grand Prix. What Prix, really? Obviously, having more people than usual would raise the odds of someone seeing him enter his hideout. Exactly, he wouldn't want that. There's a door down an alley just before the station that leads underground. I guess as Giacomo hid what we're after down there. And that means
the next stop will be in the cathedral in Edith's 5th District. Those traveling to the cathedral or Aramis Academy.
So they're French here. I guess Agnes does seem like a French name. You're getting off at the next stop. What? Closest station to your dorms, right? Don't worry, I'll have this thing cracked by the end of the day, and the goods will be with you by tomorrow. But you were fine with me helping you before this is now. The affiliation of Giacomo's murders changed everything. Are you referring to that A group? Yeah. Yeah, everyone is on guard about them right now. Not just the cops and the guild either. Talking about other organized crime groups and even the Jaeger Corps. That's who we're up against. I can't promise I can keep you safe. This is what we gotta do. I'm sorry. It's gonna be like, no, I'm coming whether you like it or not. It always happens in these types of situations, you know.
Arriving at the cathedral, the doors on the left side will open.
Go. Just gonna run back in. A surprise. But no, we'll meet her there then. We'll meet her there. Ah, so she did come back, huh?
Get off at the next stop.
I knew she came back.
Forgive me for being selfish, but you have to understand just how much that memento means to me. It's something that connects me not just to my great-grandfather, but my mother and grandmother too. And that's not the only reason I want to see this through now. A man is dead. I know you don't like the idea, but I feel like I have to be a part of this. Whatever may come to happen, I'll do everything I can to ensure my own safety. And I'll do everything you ask in the field. So please. Won't you let me come with you?
Fine.
Fine. You're the client. I can see you at least know your way around that staff and arts. But you're gonna have to do everything to keep yourself safe. And if I give you an order, you follow it. If you fail to do that, I terminate our contract then and there. We clear?
Absolutely. Thank you.
We'll see how well this goes, man. Sorry if you hear a dog barking in the background. My neighbor's dog's barking up a storm right now. Holy crap. Alright, we'll see how well we can do here. I knew she was gonna come back. It was too obvious. She got out and then she probably just went to a different door and got back in.
We are now
That's weird,
arriving at Edith Central Station. Those transferring to the Transcontinental Railroad.
Alright, August 27th. 7th District, Central Station. Feels like the sun went down real fast. But this hour with nothing going on, there's so many people. It's how most people arrive in the city after all, not to mention all the department stores. There's also that fancy new Orbital store that doubles as a cafe that's been drawing a lot of customers. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I know the one. Funny to think how much this area has changed in the past couple of years. Those big screens were there before either. Am I able to block this? I was curious if I could like hide this, like text banner, because sometimes it's. Now it's hard to imagine them just being here. If you change the best, make your head spin. Right, it looks like I cannot hide it, so yeah, I was just curious. And I chew it. Is it? Wait, I can do this? No, I just pause it. I'm just wondering if you can hide it to like to see what's happening.
To you, Edith. It is now 6:45 p.m., which means it's time for today's evening news. President Gramhart held a press briefing at the Presidential Building in Vontai at 3 p.m. today. He discussed this year's ending of the reparations from Erebonia, and with it, the impact it will have on Calvert's future.
It has been 2 years since the Erebonian Empire launched an unprovoked war of aggression against us. A vile act we were generous enough to forgive. The price it paid in the form of reparations was steep, but every last lira was, in my strong opinion, justified. I believe its actions, its atrocities, the past several centuries are behind it. I warmly welcome it back to the international community with open arms, promoting an era of peace between us, even when it comes to Crossbell State. With reparations due to come to an end this year, some have raised concerns that an economic recession is on the horizon. Those fears are unfounded. We have used these past 2 years to transform our economy, to bolster our capital, to better our technology. No nation has surpassed what we have accomplished because no nation can. We cannot take our supremacy for granted. I have every intention of taking this power and using it to lead our great world as a whole to a more glorious, prosperous future.
Why does he look so evil? Well, it isn't everyone's favorite president. He's a little heavy-handed, but you can't say he hasn't delivered. Calvert's GDP passed the Empire's in his first year in office, and he's in this year is on track to surpass that by a lot. Yes, I suppose that's true. He's been enacting some very dangerous policies across the board, and not just economically. Compared to the last guy, yeah, same old Rocksmith seemed more grounded. No, he didn't mean to talk politics. He would prefer not to waste time in rival territory. You have a rival? Over there? Oh, the Gracer Guild. I do remember hearing they have a branch near Central Station. Yeah, maybe they aren't expecting to hear anything close to home. They still got a sharp crew on board. So let's get back to work. We gotta get what you're looking for before we deal who got Giacomo do. Right, do you know where the entrance to the base is then? Right over there. Of course, down the dark alley. Alley next to that old department store leads to the door we're looking for. Come on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir! No problem, sir! Alright.
Whoops.
I was gonna just see what this guy had to say, but okay. Hey, brother, a nice night, don't you think? Feels like the breeze will just blow my worries away. Feeling natural, though, when I go out on a night like this. I can't take you for a ride. I can take you for a ride if you please. I want to take you for a ride. This is kind of a unique taxi. And that's one hell of a ride. Kind of want to check it out, to be honest. Sorry, man. I'm gonna have to pass on this one. Where I'm going, just around the corner. Forget about it. Name's Giordano, brother. If you need anything, give me a holler. Forget about it. So I guess he can give you a ride or something, right? Maybe. I don't know. Alright, how do I look at the map again? Alright, it's down here, so you gotta go that way. What else is there to see? How far can I go here? Let's talk to this person here real fast. How's it going? I'm so tired. Work's been ruthless lately. I think I'm just gonna pick up a prepared meal from the department store and get ready get it over with. Yeah. Yeah, you don't think so? Okay. I guess I can't talk to her. Can I go inside here?
Not this way.
Okay, I just want... Can I go up here?
The next appointment's at...
Wait,
I can't stop staring at Treon Tower. It's so pretty.
Not this way.
Where's the tower?
It's also big as hell. 230 arch tall, to be exact. Can't miss it wherever you go.
Dang. These two really are reminding me a lot of Yuri Law.
When tourists come to visit, it's always the first thing they see.
Let's go ahead and do a new hideout here then. This is it. Because the game doesn't want me to explore town. This one doesn't lead to the subway. But you can't... You can still jimmy it in a way. Yeah, in some way. Was Giacomo the one who altered the locks like this? Not him, it's just been a thing us shady folks have known about for a while. There's places like this all over the city people made good use of. CID knows about them too. They just leave it alone. They do. Why? Sorry, I keep egging conversation on when we really don't need to move. Yeah, right for we'll find here. Good, because there's no turning back now. Yeah, no turning back, girl. Here we go. Gotta make sure there's something wrong. Now we can go in. Was that just my imagination? Yeah, I don't pick up a scent, so I guess it doesn't matter either way. A scent fan? Yeah,
His
right there.
nose is as sharp as ever. Edios knows how this is going to end, but it better be with my classmates safe, Spurgeon.
Your classmate, huh? Okay, I'll protect Agnes. Although I told her to wait and like go home, or she's like, "No, I'll come with you." All right, it's like an actual dungeon too. I mean, technically the underground area was a dungeon too, so yeah. Underground ruins, all right. Station Street, yeah. This is a place of relic in the Middle Ages. It might go back to Dark Ages even. Edith might not have a leg up on the old capital's history, but it still goes back to the Middle Ages easy enough. Take on all the subways and waterways we've been building the underground's sprawling mess in half now. I suppose it does make sense that a place like this would exist here when you think about it enough. What? Crap. Ooh. Man, is that a monster? Well, a spirit, more like a like. Never seen them in a capital. What the hell's up with this? Sure you don't want to turn back and wait outside the station? The cafe would be a good spot to... No, I'm fine. So I got this. I have a feeling my staff and arts will be highly effective against foes like these. So if anything, I'm relieved I came with you instead of staying behind. Haha. Got me good. Let's do it. I'll back you up, so feel free to go hog wild. And I will. Dude, I don't know why, but I feel like it's been a hot minute since the last episode. Alright, let me get you just... Let me give you these just in case. Evade one and mine one. Okay. These are Zypha quartz, aren't they? Yeah, insert them into your Zypha slots and they'll let you use different shards, okay? Give it a shot, you'll pick it up faster than me explaining it. Alright, then I will. So you're gonna show me a tutorial here? Alright, you can set quartz from the sports tab on the ornament menu from the main menu, okay. Like set quartz raise the carrier stats, okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, good. I didn't really press Y, but here we go. Now I press Y. Uncovering shard skills by setting quartz in the open slots. You can manifest all sorts of shard skills. Each line has different shard skills are well added to attribute. Value per line changes with set quartz, and you can reach a certain amount of attribute points. New shards skills manifest. It's worth knowing that quartz set into attribute lock slots are worth double their point values. Okay. Now ready to move on. Yeah, let's... Wait, this feels like the higher elements are active here. What the hell? What do you mean? I'm sure you can tell this apart just from the fights we've had so far, but monsters are usually only weak to the 4 basic elements: fire, water, earth, and wind. No lightning? Every once in a while, you'll find a place where they can be weak or resistant to the higher elements of time, space, and mirage. Really? Saying this is only one such place? Pretty sure it is, yeah. Either way, we'll find out soon. Let's get moving. Let's get moving! Alright, checking enemy's weakness, view the target info during a combat. Okay, so like, is it just automatically going to be there, or do I have to expose it? But the icons will appear towards the bottom of the window. Okay, so like it says weak right there. To review all of enemies. Okay, gotcha. What's those shard skills have been added to your notebook's help page? Okay, so this really is like, I keep pressing that because I'm
that hits the spot.
I mean, there's no point in doing that because I don't really need it that badly, but I'll keep this area in mind here. Alright, let's go down. I do wish his attacks a little faster here. Okay. Spirits! Ugh, they sure sneak up on us. There are an awful lot of them, too. There's such art, but it's time that these shards really shine. Time to teach you how to use SCLMs. What are those? What are those? You'll see. I'll give you the rundown while we fight. Okay, sure. Alright, getting me a tutorial here. Alright. Those are activated upon making contact with a party member, okay? So I gotta, like, go and touch her. Pause. Wait, no, stop! Take advantage of Zappa's shard system by overlapping Zappa's user's shard fields. You can activate high level. Why is that text so tiny there? Attack while that is active for your partner. Form a follow-up attack, okay. Got it.
There we go!
Okay, that's good enough. It's like, is it always gotta be close? Yeah. It's
Activating
like
skill.
Sucker!
Let's go. Sucker! We gotta get closer here. I feels like it's been a minute since I done this, dude. I got the part. Well, that is active. Your partner's power will increase. Okay.
Don't take your eye off the enemy!
I don't think I can hit it from here, though. Can I hit him from here? I don't know. We got that. Okay, you can. I guess it just doesn't do as much damage or something. Sorry, we're good.
A chance!
Then we got arts here.
Initializing drive.
He's dead.
There! A chance!
He's still alive, huh?
Activating skill.
Should have been closer to him, but it doesn't matter. He's dead anyways. Alright. Blow up, nice. Not bad. Good job, you cut that pretty well. So that's the power of that SCLM. I've never been able to understand how someone else was also going to act so clearly before. Yeah, it's a lot like the combat link system used by Erobonia's 5th generation Arcus battle ordnance. Is that from another game? I don't know. The Arcus units never saw much use outside of the Empire, though. Still, combat links are mainly designed to be used to 2-man teams, whereas SCLM is a system where it's a lot easier to switch around partners. Makes it a force to be reckoned with when used by large groups. Shards really are amazing, aren't they? I never imagined you could use them for so much. Yeah, I'm not an expert on them either. Mind you, still got a lot to learn myself. But, you know, I can tell that the Zyphus Center has a whole lot of potential. Looks like you were right about that orbital staff of yours working well against the spirits, too. You had to bring it out like that. Yes, I'm glad that proved true. The more we do, the more confident I am in my ability to fight. I expect we're going to need to make more use of the SCLMs further we advance through here. So I think it would be redundant for me to be a little closer to the front line. What do you think? I'm fine with that a little. I still don't want you to go on in front of me, though. I can accept that. Yeah, don't go in front of me. I'm the guy in front, you know? I'm the leader. It's not possible to change the party leader. Change the party leader with L. Okay, switch it up. I always have the advantage, okay?
Here goes!
Okay. Here goes. Okay. You can roll too. I mean, you could always roll, but yeah. Alright,
I'm on it!
you can always just... Do they have different speeds or whatever? I don't think they do. They feel about the same speed, right? We just tested that again here. Yeah, I think they're the exact same speed, so yeah. Except you're in the ground ruins.
Suggesting magic attacks.
Sitting right here.
Let's get to work!
You suggest all you want. Okay,
You picked the wrong guy to fight.
Yeah, you think so? Let's go. Not bad. Like, so far the game's pretty good. But what would it be like as we continue, though? That's the real question. Down. I don't know if this is the right call.
There! I'm on it! Huh?
Charge attack
There you
available.
go.
Suggesting magic attacks.
There!
Oh, come on, come on, come on.
Next!
Enemy stunned.
Yeah, okay.
Now's your chance to deploy shards. Battle
Yeah, we
finished.
got
Now processing data.
You gotta see that every single time. Is this the... What if maybe I should go the other way, actually. I don't know, maybe, like, if I'm going underground, maybe going more further underground is a bad option, I don't know. I just want to, like, see what else there is around here, you know?
Suggesting magic attacks. Commencing battle.
Okay, he's stunned. Get him. I guess her attacks of the staff are a little bit slower, but it's fine. You got magic attacks, so magic's good to have. Alright, break this bad boy.
That looks like a nice chest.
I'm sure. I keep pressing A! Alright, marble ring. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna quit to that marble ring here. Say, I guess it was a better option to come over here. I mean, I turned back around and came over here, but still. Okay, here we go. Have a look around here. I see another pot here. What is this, Zelda with these pots, dude? I mean, it's a Legend of, you know? Legend of series. They had to have broken pots
way around
in
all
these
this
types
debris.
of Legend of games.
Nothing's jumping out at me.
Looks like he's deep in thought.
In here.
I better leave him alone.
You better.
Now, where were we supposed to go? Wait,
Okay. Did they both get stunned? No, they did not. Watch out!
Suggesting magic attacks.
You have to build this up for a little bit. Yeah, like this. It comes through really fast.
Well
I
then,
think.
away we go.
Heck yeah. Okay, I can break this. Yeah. Dude, I keep pressing A. I'm so used to pressing A to open up a treasure chest. Alright. Got to fill with orange energy. Okay. I'm used to games and just pressing A to open up a treasure chest, you know what I mean? There's even more monsters this time. Yeah, but I might have an idea how to take care of them. How's my boost gauge Mard? Boost. Yeah. Heck yeah. Hey, good stuff. What was that about? I'll show you. Time for your second lesson in using shards.
activating shards.
Okay, activate a shard boost with L. Okay, there's a lot of tutorials, man. My god, there's a lot to take in here. Different maximum. Although, forwards are activating this charge skill trigger more often. Okay. Switch maintain for 2 turns. Alright. Okay, so there's different boosts. Okay, it's like boosts like Octopath Traveler or something? I don't know. As boost can be deactivated by holding down. Okay. So you can hold it down to deactivate. Okay.
Use a sharp
Are we
boost
doing
to
it
get the
now?
upper hand. Keep it
Okay,
up. It's working.
Come on. It's working. You didn't do nothing.
Certain arts will work better.
Okay, we went over there?
Pardon me.
Let's go.
Engaging shield. I'll take
Alright.
you on.
Pull out all the stops!
There.
Sucker!
Let's go. Sucker, I love how he says that, dude.
Here goes.
Okay.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand.
I am.
Keep it up. It's working. Activating shield. There we go.
Should've went for that guy. Should've went for him.
There.
What? I didn't mean to go for him again, but okay.
Ben. Give him your all. There we go.
That should do it. Let's go. I don't care if it's an overkill, I'm doing it. Alright, let's go. Level up, Van. Nice. Nice. Very nice. They're all set up. So S boosts seem like they're be very effective when the timing is right. They aren't really the kind of thing you have to save for just the right time. You seize them when you can, that's all there is to it. Well, isn't that convenient? I'll keep that in mind. Alright, I think I get it now. I've acquired XP, set some drops, okay. That for results, okay. Okay, so yeah, just alright, root dodge. Alright, so you get bonus points and stuff. About breakable items, attack base. Why didn't you say that before? Like, we've been doing that in the last dungeon. Trying these will sometimes item CP, okay. I don't know why you just say that now. Like, oh yeah, you've done this like 1,000 times, alright. Not really that much, but you've done this a lot, but here, do it again, you know?
I'm on it. There.
Charge attack available. Enemy stunned.
Okay.
Now's your chance to deploy shards.
You can like build this up and everything, dude. Very simple.
Battle finished. Now processing data.
It feels weird that you use what is it? You use the R button instead of like ZR to run. There's so many games I've played you use ZR to run if it's on the Switch or whatever, dude. Or like, you know, not to use the trigger button, not really like the button before that. You know,
now processing
not
data.
Button or anything like that. Which way? This way? No, we're going the other way. I know, it's tough to tell sometimes, dude. It really is.
Charge attack available.
I don't need to use a charge every single time. I could. I don't know, which way is the right way?
Looks like a chest.
This could get tricky with so many.
Suggesting magic attacks.
Yeah, I got it. I got your suggestion here. Ooh, level up, very nice. Alright, we got hit 1, okay. Alright, just went and equipped that real fast. Let's grab these. Alright, let's go. Back this way. Go over here. I wasn't sure which way to go, but now I... What? Okay. What a massive foe. It fought this foe like 5 times. The bigger they are, the harder they tend to hit. Try not to get too close. We're fighting it from a distance. We're best, yeah. Well, here's the thing about deadly strikes. There's often certain enemies will be these powerful attacks called deadly strikes. These attacks cannot be avoided. If you are hit by one, you'll be forced into the battle at a disadvantage. They cannot be avoided. Just keep your distance and remain vigilant for these attacks or deploy your own shards first. Bear in mind that enemies with low HP tend to use deadly strikes more frequently. Okay. But he's not at that phase. Like, this guy's got full HP, right? That's landing up attacks on enemy. May ready a deadly strike. If you're on there receiving a deadly strike, intimidates command battle with enemy advantage. Cannot be dodged with B. So be sure to distance yourself for shards before the enemy can hit you. Okay. Did I miss a pot here? No. Okay.
Watch out! enemy looks strong.
There you go.
Commencing battle. Charge attack available.
Fair check.
One more.
Next
Yeah, okay.
one. There.
He just had a little bit more XP than some of the others. Like, yeah, he did. Okay. That enemy wasn't that tough. Ooh, I think I have a better handle on them now. You're good, but no letting your guard down because of it. Right, of course. Really was a hell of a performance, especially since this is likely her first day fighting for real. Though she wasn't raised with a silver spoon in her mouth, but she's braver than most would give her credit for. Throwing the weird ornament she's after, and I got questions. Just who is this girl? By the way, yes. So, I've been bracing myself well enough against monsters and spirits so far. But do you think you could also tell me a little more about A, since we might be going up against them? I guess I should, huh? Ordinary people are better off not knowing a damn thing. But they're after your great-grandfather's memento, and I guess there's no getting around it. That's what I was thinking, too. First, A is just a code name. It's short for Almada? Yeah. They're Mafia that go way back here in Calvard. I don't like the sound of that already. Still, they weren't that big of a group back then. We're not talking about a big Eastern syndicate here. They were nothing. Until they weren't. Over the past few years, they've gotten much, much bigger. Now they're the talk of the criminal underground. Wow. Their name never ends up in the paper, I assume. Yeah, obviously why big papers like the Tyrell Times won't cover them, but even gossip rags don't have the balls. It's an unspoken rule. Cross the line, you're done. Still don't know what their deal is. Their deal is with the memento you're after, but you really should have gone to the guild or the cops. You still could if you wanted, but well, not my job to force you to turn to them. Mine's to be there if you feel like you can't. Best outcome here is for us to get the goods before A can and have the guild swoop in and take the glory. 2 birds with 1 stone, 3 even. You make the guild sound like they're your cleanup crew. Hey, you really have no shame, do you? Mighty pleased that you'd think so. Now let's get a move on. Of course. Oh, come to think of it. When you first refused my request for help, did you already suspect that the Mafia was involved in this? Yeah, she really is a sharp one. I had a hunch, yeah, there's been something ominous in the air since last night. I see. Alright, so change the culture. Okay, so like this is what that meant. Like the feel okay, no, this is just a difficulty in general. So yeah, I thought there was some other weird option while going through the
battle finished. Now
menus where
processing
I'm like,
data.
what does that mean? But it wasn't that. Any pause I missed? Okay, did we? No, I missed this pause. There's a staircase here. And there's, I can go that way too, but what is this? There's a way, so it's on over here.
Looks like a chest.
Yeah. Alright, Sam, powder, revives, and sort of. Oh, okay, so it's a revival thing. Okay, so in case we faint or whatever. See, why can't we pick these up, like, automatically? Like, as soon as you break them, it's like, alright, we got it. That's kind of annoying. It doesn't automatically go into your body or whatever. I wonder if there's an option to fix that. I don't know. Alright, let's go. Any monsters? Another pot here.
Whoops.
She picked it
Dead
up.
end.
She didn't look like she was
Let's
close
turn
to it.
back.
Hold your horses, girl. We should look around a little more.
Yeah. Okay. There's a gear part there. Okay, right here. Oh, okay. There's a simple block you gotta push in.
A hidden entrance?
Huh, guy's nothing if not thorough. This hideout should be dead ahead.
Okay, here's a thing here.
Just what I needed.
Let's head on through here. Is there gonna be a boss here because it had that there?
Oh,
Are these guys bosses? I feel like they're alive.
Can't get much more Middle Ages than this. Gargoyles, huh? Maybe Giacomo had a better eye for hideouts than I thought. Look at that. It's the spitting image of that picture you showed me.
It really is. It perfectly matches the sketches in my great-grandfather's diaries. I finally found it.
I'm happy for you. So it really does look like an orbment. But why is it glowing? Get back!
They're gonna possess the gargoyles. Aha! That's what I thought!
Inside the statue!
Well, that's not good. Are they resonating?
A living statue. The furious gargoyle Rome.
We're gonna have to take care of these guys before we can make with your memento. But I know that's not enough to stop you at this point, right? Time to bust out your crafts, SCLMs, the works. Because here's where the real show begins.
Right!
Let's do this. First boss fight. Let's go.
Time to put this to use.
Heck yeah. Now I use the S-Craft that vandalized raid, okay. Press CR and a directional button to trigger an S-Break, okay. S-Craft, regardless of turn order, okay. Okay, so ZR.
Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand. Attack their weakness with an art.
This. I'm guessing that's what it means.
All out. Give them your all.
Brace yourself.
Okay, that took a while, dude.
Vandalize! Raid!
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
Oh, damn. They're dead? In one hit? I guess that was more of a tutorial thing than an actual boss fight. Wow, okay. Alright then. Well, that was easy. It's fine. What are you so tired about? I was the one who did the move, not you!
The mages of the Middle Ages left behind some damn tough guardians for us. It bugs me why they'd pick now of all times to start moving. Well, whatever. You really stepped up. Takes a brave soul to fight like that against the unexpected.
She didn't really do anything,
You
though. Not in that fight I did.
Thank you.
That was all man.
Fortunate I had you to show me the ropes.
It's just on the table there like that, though. That's kind of strange. I feel like you grab it like a giant boulder's gonna fall down.
That's a good idea.
Looks safe enough to me. Well, here's what you came here for.
There might be a tracker on it.
Did it just react with her like a combat orbment?
I finally hold a Genesis in my hands. There's still more to find, but... I did it, Mom. Grandmother.
Say, Agnes, this great-grandfather of yours wouldn't happen to be...
Oh boy. They almost shot her.
Well, well. Impressive footwork.
Oh yeah, it makes sense they're hiding.
No.
You got weird timing,
waiting
dude.
on the duo from Almada to make their grand entrance.
I see our reputation precedes us.
You must be Van Arkride, the Spriggan.
And my reputation precedes me. Look, I'm not opposed to picking up some work from you types most of the time. Just as long as you don't cross the line. Which you just did by firing at us.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
We were only aiming for your limbs.
We have no intention of killing the girl. Not since she seems to be connected to that device. You, however, don't have that same privilege.
You're real pros, huh? So much it makes me sick. But it also makes my job a lot easier.
What the hell?
Don't move.
A practitioner of the Gekka school, I assume.
Even if that weapon marks you as more of a military close combat type.
Good eye. But sorry, I'm not with the Gekka school. Anyway, you don't look like you know all that much about the device itself.
He's still got his gun there.
But you're still gonna tell us everything you do know. And why you're after it.
Van, I'm certainly curious too. What does a criminal organization even want this for?
Beats me. We're just following orders.
And an order's an order. Even if it costs us our lives!
Oh boy.
What?
Shit! You good?
I'm fine. I'm more worried about you.
Fast-acting enhancement drugs, huh? Didn't think you guys had gone that low. Ever heard the stories about foreign mafias getting destroyed by that stuff?
I'll thank you not to compare us to small fry like Crossbell's Ravage.
We stand head and shoulders above them. And now we're gonna stand head, shoulders, and feet above you!
Where'd that spunk from earlier go?
We're gonna enjoy this!
Oh, brother.
Van!
Got that out of your
We
system.
have some kind of disappearing act or something.
You're done! Spriggan!
Don't you dare!
The hell?
Oh, God.
Fine then! You can die too!
You just said earlier you're not gonna kill her.
No time. Damn it! Don't die over a piece of shit like me!
The things that were attacking. Huh? Time freeze? This guy's in midair?
What's going on?
There's a light coming from my great-grandfather's.
Oh boy, you sure are in a sorry mess.
What? How is this?
The hollow from your Zypha.
Mar. Now she's a physical being?
Well, Van, the
Kind
choice
of.
is yours. Will you bear the nightmare or not?
What are you...
Since when can hollows appear like this? World's full of mysteries. Are you asking me that question of your own free will?
Huh? Of course I am. Just so we're clear, I could not care less how much trouble you're in.
Well, screw you too.
I'm here to know one thing. Will you bear the nightmare or not?
Van...
What nightmare? This?
Today's just one thing after another, huh? My life's been a living nightmare for more than a decade now. So what's a little more fire when you're already in the depths?
Very nightmare.
All right, let's do it!
Okay, doing it then. Shard swell. The Grendel's all yours.
What the?
Oh, are they trying to be Persona? Oh, this is more like metaphor, I guess.
Well, I'd take fighting this thing over our bosses any day of the week.
You're damn right. We're taking you down in the name of Almada!
Here goes! Now the real boss fight begins, I guess? Okay then. So just me and them, okay.
You're dead meat.
You guys are literally twins, by the way. The Grendel can act multiple turns in a row. So what action you want to take from the listen, form some heavy-hitting moves. Only one turn will pass to be select defend. Mara will always act as a support during Grendel battles, okay? The Grendel's techniques can be divided into the following types. Basic attacks, okay, so I'm just using like paints, all that stuff. Crafts, power attacks, magic attacks, and ZR activate immediately, okay? So that costs 100 CP, that's one thing. Alright, I'm just kind of curious. Right now, let's start things off with one of this.
Take this!
Sorry, that's a smoke grenade, is that all you got, man? Alright, that's boost to increase how many turns Grendel can perform in a row, okay? So wait, hold on. Rapid onslaught then?
You're an eyesore!
Use heavy strike actually. Wait, what? What is happening here? Did I not do that?
You ready for me?
I guess I was too close going on, no dude.
What the?
He's down.
Full boost! Don't hold back, Dan! I'll let you in!
You okay? Miss!
Time for some
How'd that
payback.
miss?
Full boost! Don't hold back, Dan!
You ready for me? Eat this!
Let's go.
Eat this! Impossible!
Let's go. So you literally gotta select what moves you use every single time, okay.
This is unbelievable! What is he? Ugh.
You don't know, huh?
Van! Are you alright? How do you feel?
I'm fine. Tired as all hell, but I don't feel any pain. Can't believe I just took down a pair of drugged-up mafiosos like they were snot-nosed kids. What a monster.
Yeah, really.
What was that? You saw Mare too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just tell me what you want.
Tell me what you want.
Figures. All she spits out is what she's programmed. She's got no sentience. The tech hasn't come far enough to give her any.
But...
Just because of that right there.
was it the Genesis, then?
Can't imagine it was a fluke. So that thing's called a Genesis?
Yes, or that's what my great-grandfather called it in his diaries. It's supposed to be one of 8, called collectively the Oct Geneses.
You saying there's 8 of these?
Huh.
I'm gonna guess it was behind everything that happened here. Behind Mare showing up, behind me turning into that weird monster, behind spirits popping up down here too.
Then we're of the same mind. The diaries described them as for experimental observation and nothing more.
Of course they elected to omit the finer details. You know, when I accepted this job, I didn't think it'd be from a relative of the one and only Professor Epstein.
Huh?
Dead on, huh? That thing was made half a century ago, around the time of the Orbital Revolution. It's easy to tell by looking at it just how much precision and skill went into making it. Then you got that it's an orbment capable of doing artifact-level stuff. Even Epstein's 3 disciples couldn't have made something so advanced back then. Knock them out of the running, and you're left with the father of modern tech, Claude Epstein.
I'm sorry for hiding it from you. I'll tell you everything there is to say. It all started when...
Not now. Put it away, quick.
Van!
Warren coming?
Oh.
I see, we were a few minutes too late.
Those two are...
They're from Amada. We finally caught them.
Get lost! This is our territory!
Who do you think you're talking to? This isn't a job for civilians.
Just what happened here? I can see that you fought them, but beyond that...
We fought, yeah. With how pumped full of drugs they were, it was a miracle we could make it out with our skin intact.
Uh-oh.
As curious as I am about how you emerged victorious, I trust you were able to help your client?
No comment. That's between me and her. Now, I know I owe both sides here a debt, but consider them paid. They might be at the bottom of the chain, but they're still in Almada. You can have one each.
Excuse me?
Who gave you the authority to...
I suppose we do owe him for neutralizing them.
Very well. We shall take them in between us.
Maybe if you're lucky enough, they'll even talk. Now come on, let's get out of here.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. But let me help you walk.
I'm good.
This is clearly only the beginning of something much greater. Sharpen your skills while you can, Van.
Will do, Renee.
Kincaid.
I can't let him keep living like this. Why must you insist on shouldering all of the burden yourself?
Alright then. Those fights weren't that hard, to be honest, dude. But yeah, it's still the beginning of the game, so it makes sense why those fights would be very easy. I was not expecting him to turn into that creature, though. Holy crap. August 27, 10:05 p.m.
Damn. Guess I'm going without dinner. You even good to be out this late? I thought students had a curfew.
That's kind of you to think of me, but I received permission to be out this late beforehand. Never mind my curfew. Won't you let me see to your arm? Do you have a first aid kit in the office?
I do, but...
I guess you can have it, or at least look.
It looks like it started healing on its own.
I know it wasn't that bad in the first place, but it's still healing way too fast for it to be normal. Wonder if I got that orbment or turning into a monster to thank for this.
This all began with those diaries. They were passed down from my great-grandfather to my grandmother, and then down to my mother until her death 4 years ago.
Of course she's dead. Of course your mother's dead.
My great-grandfather is the famous Professor Epstein. It was known at the time that he had an adopted daughter, but she went missing very suddenly after he passed away. By the sound of it, something compelled her to shy away from the public eye. I don't know what that something was. It wasn't written in the letter she left me. Then after my mother died, my father began to lose himself in his work, and now all alone, I became more and more captivated by the many diaries that were left behind. They weren't filled with complex formulae or specialist knowledge or things like that. Instead, they were about who he was as a person, what he was like, what his philosophies were, what he valued most in life. He wrote about the little things that colored his days, his bonds with his loved ones, his time spent with his disciples. I could see through every word written that he was a kind, warm-hearted man with a good sense of humor. A man I could respect a great deal. I was so happy to have his writings so I could peer into his world, just like my mother and grandmother before me. And before I knew it, those diaries became my most treasured possessions. However, at the end of his final entry, on the very last page, I found a shocking message. It said, "Recover the Oct Genesis before the year 120X, else all we know will come to an end."
What?
Pretty ominous thing to write down.
It could have been a delusion that came to him in the winter of his years, but I began to feel that it was why his diaries had been passed down to me. And as the days wore on, My desire to do something to avert the end he foretold grew stronger and stronger. But I knew I couldn't go public with any of it. Not with my grandmother's disappearance. That led me to enroll at Armus Academy, where I met a very dependable upperclassman. Her advice took me to the Orbalnet, and that led me to you. I just never thought when I started all of this that these would be the consequences, that someone would die, that you would be put in so much danger.
Well, you managed to get one of them. Even if there are still 7 more out there, you could always call it quits here.
I can't. Not when they're what connect me to my family. Not when I now know they really exist. And not after seeing that final entry. I can't look away from all of that. Here. This 50,000 Mira is everything I was able to gather for this. Please, accept it as compensation for all the help you've given me.
I thought I told you my rate.
Well, you did, but I don't feel that it accounted for that injury you sustained because of me. I intend to find the remaining 7 on my own. I don't want anyone else to get hurt because of my problems. Oh, but I'll be very careful about it. Promise. Huh?
My rate's 1,000 Mira an hour, excluding other necessary expenses. I'll bump it up a little because of the danger involved, but you rolled up your sleeves more than your average client. You put yourself in danger to help me. Any more than 10,000 would be ripping you off. This is how the world of work is. Good thing you're still in school, because you got a lot to learn.
Maybe, but still... I'm sorry. I just feel you've taken on a lot more than you bargained for from start to finish.
To be honest, that whole turning into a monster thing's got my interest piqued. So it wouldn't feel right to ask you for even more Mira with how we're gonna keep this thing going.
What are you...
Unless you decide to give up altogether, I'll pitch in however I can from here on out. In exchange, you can share any info you got on the Genesis, or anything those diaries say. How's that sound?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but are you telling me that even though you know it might be dangerous, you're going to help me search for the other 7 without taking additional compensation?
Hey, info's good compensation. I ain't taking a single Mira, though. I'm gonna need you to get more used to real combat, too, for your own safety. Can't have you leaving yourself wide open and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna drill it into you until you're up to snuff.
I don't know. This doesn't sound like a fair trade at all. I'm the only one benefiting here. Well, if you insist, Van, then thank you very much. Having your support means a lot to me.
Yeah, well, I'll be counting on you, too. All right, now that today's done and dusted, time for my hard-earned reward. I've been waiting for my Andalusia fig and honey tart all day. I was gonna scarf it down all by myself, but you pulled your weight today, so let's go half-half.
Thank you. Oh, but I still want to say... It really does bother me just how much I benefit from this arrangement compared to you. I was thinking of a way to even it out and thought, you know, how about I work here part-time?
You want a what?
It's like, you what?
You seem to be so busy that I can't imagine how you find the time to clean up around here. I'm also good at secretarial work too, so I'm sure I'd be a big help with sorting paperwork and whatever else you need. Just a standard wage is fine. Or even no wage. Unpaid is totally fine.
No wage sounds tempting, but...
I can't do that! Haven't you ever heard of labor laws? And forget that. This whole idea is crazy. How did me hiring you even get into your head?
Well, it's because you won't accept any Mira from me. I understand you have your own way of doing things, but I have my own pride to satisfy, you know. You'll just have to compromise. Now, let me just cut this tart into 2 so we can dig in and enjoy. Don't worry, I'll make sure you get the bigger portion. And where do you keep your coffee beans? Oh, there they are.
Wait, how did you find them so... Who said you could make yourself at home this fast?
Sure. Finding so quick. It shouldn't take that long, dude. Like a few seconds. Alright, there's the anime intro, man. These types of games always gotta have an intro like that, you know? Always. Prologue end, okay. Main SPG, her great-grandfather's orbit completed. Received 10,000 Mira. Alright.
Gotta keep this up. That's pretty good, I guess.
Okay, A. Is A the best? Wait, no, look, there's like double A and triple A. Okay. I get down more, but I will. Alright. RSP, certain points by putting 4 SGPs and making optional choices. Alright. Alright, so certain point you're up. Okay, 15 ranks. E to triple A. Okay. Gotcha.
I'm Agnes Claudel. I still have a lot to learn, but I promise I'll do whatever I can to keep up.
Okay, recruited. Agnes has joined Arcride Solutions.
This here will be the turning point. All units, assume the dual Lancer formation. Yeah! We won't be defeated! Shine! Falcons of the Sun! Sir!
Not yet!
Too easy. I've got you.
Oh, flames! Become one with me!
Well, look at that. Guess we lost this one. Huh.
Regimental Commander of the Eisen Shield, Garant Rieger. We are open to accepting your offer for a ceasefire. How does a 7-3 split sound?
Vice Chief of the Warriors of Kruger, Hassan Al-Fayyad. We will accept no less than 6-4. Fail to accept, and the fighting continues.
Very well. 6-4 to us it is. Glory to the Kruger! Glory to Arusha! Yeah!
That works, I guess. I figured more it was gonna end in a draw. Your counterattack was really good. Just lacking that bit of oomph at the end. If you'd seen my attempt to throw you off balance coming, you'd have had a slew of more strategic options to work with.
You're right. Thanks, Ida.
Think nothing of it. You've got a lot of potential. You just need more practice and to up your stamina. With enough of both, you'll be right on the heels of my other little sister from back in the day in no time.
Do you mean Sylphide? I'd still like to know more about her. Hey! That tickles!
I can't help it. I see this hair and I just get the urge to ruffle it. Well, next time we meet off the battlefield, I'll tell you about my old Corps. Zephyr's got a whole lot of stories in it to tell.
Awesome! Better make that a promise.
Alright then. She was in the intro, so yeah. Alright, and we're skipping ahead to the 6th of September. Chapter 1, the young flame departs. Still weird, like the prologue should have just been at chapter 1, let's be real here. Alright, 1208. My god, the year 1208. I noticed that when I was editing the video, but yeah. Episode 1's video, at least. Muscle film festival canceled in response to the terrorist threat. My god. Modern conflict at the southern base of the Ishgal Mountains concludes. Major capital firm expands into Langport's new district.
Damn. I just wanted to see if there was anything interesting going on. But all I get is doom and gloom.
Literally watching the news in a nutshell.
Here's put together real nice and organized. Even if the design's got the admin's tastes all over it.
Cat. Genesis Antica Armament. Claude Epstein. Oh, this is some mysterious phenomena. Almada Grendel. Keywords return very few results. Try using different keywords.
Haven't heard a thing about Almada in a while now. They must have pulled out of Edith for the time being. As for Genesis and the Grendel, still coming up empty. Are they being actively deleted? Is this all part of some big cover-up?
Yeah, just tell me what you want.
I'll tell you what you want when I would really want stuff.
Should I call on Marduk? Nah, that'd probably just cause even more headaches for me. Well, it's almost time for my regular checkup, so I may as well put a pin in it. Why do I feel like I'm gonna get an earful this time? Wanna not bang my door in, Humes?
Whoa, you're up already? That's crazy! Good morning, man! You better be earning an honest living up here! No bringing shame to the goddess or your landlords!
No prizes for guessing who you learned all that from. How about taking after your mother instead? Wouldn't it be nice to become a charming, pretty lady just like her one day?
Yeah, I want to be just like Mommy. Oh, but Agnes is really pretty too.
Come on in. Don't be shy.
Well, if you say so. You said not to come in my uniform, so I wore this. How do I look?
I do really like the hat. The hat is really nice. The coat looks pretty nice too.
It'll work, I guess. Kinda too dressy for casual walking around town, but then again, going the plain route with you would just make you stick out like a sore thumb. Still beats the uniform either way.
That's good.
You're being mean, Van. She looks really pretty, so you should tell her she looks really pretty. Come on, let's ditch this big loser and eat some breakfast. We're serving bacon fish with pumpkin soup today.
Oh, that sounds
She's
delicious.
so cute.
Lead the way.
Well, damn. Those two sure hit it off quick.
Alright, this is now your first official day on the job. First thing's gonna be going over how this all works. I can use a formal primer, so yes, please do. Now, unless a major job comes in, I just go around the city helping people out with the little problems. As for how I take them on, well, you'll see. It's not the usual route, but gets the job done and us paid. The plan today is going to involve you touring around with me so you can get a visual on all the above. Was that why you were concerned about me standing out too much in my uniform? Yeah, oh, and one more thing. I pretty much told you this when we first met, but not all the jobs I take are above broad, yeah. Some are from crooks, some are damn near legal. I don't take on anything and everything, of course. I do turn jobs down sometimes, but what I'm comfortable doing and what an average student is comfortable doing are going to be very different. So, one more time. You sure you want to work with me? Yes, I mean, you have, yes, of course. I know the world isn't always such a pretty place. That awareness may not be my through personal experience, but I'd say that even for a 16-year-old girl, I know a lot more than the average student about both sides of the coin. How old are you, by the way? Where'd that come from? 24? Really? I thought you were a little younger than that. Is that an insult? No, it's probably not. It's probably more... it's a compliment, I guess. I don't know, but yeah. So it makes sense with how much life experience you seem to have. Your clothes room and hobbies seem to be a generation ahead of mine, too. You gotta point me out like that? So you're almost a decade older than me. Would you stop talking? She literally glances at me like, hey, look at this old man here. Shut up! Yeah, to a high school student, I might as well be knocking a test door already. My God! Oh my God, man. Like, this came out in 2021, so... Right? I think? Yeah, 2021, so... Yeah, like... I would have been 23, so yeah. That's... Make the most of your teenage years all you're right? Might feel like an eternity until you graduate, but the second you cross 20, you walk into your cans, old Todd... Actually, that's 30, man, but yeah. I didn't say... Being in your 20s is old, just that you were older than me. Yeah, you said it in a weird way, like calling me old man. Look at this dinosaur old man living in the prehistoric times and all that. Circling back to what we were talking about before, you don't have to worry about me. I'm confident I can handle any task you give me. And I'll be the judge of that. We're sticking to 3 of the city's districts. First, I'll show you around Old Town where we are now, which is the 8th district. I use some of the shops here in my day-to-day work, so it'll be worth committing to memory. That sounds good. I'm ready when you are.
For a hard day's work?
Yep, that's right. I don't know why that line is voice acted. Oh, thank you. I put her on a trial period to start with.
All the more reason why you need to support her while she learns. Don't overdo it today, and make sure you're back in time for dinner. I mean that for you too, Agnes. We'll have a piping hot, delicious meal waiting for you. Wouldn't want it to get cold now, would you?
You're not her mom, you know. Oh, thank you. I already can't wait. People here are so sweet. You're really blessed to have such a wonderful family as landlords. Shane, the old man's gonna always get on my case, though. Yeah, that old man, like, he really hates me. Always watch, I bet he spits in his food and everything. Anyways, we'll head off as soon as you finish your coffee. You know what with you, right? I do. Or, like, amulet, yeah, you told me to keep it on me at all times to prevent it from being stolen. Good, who knows if it will activate out of nowhere like it did before. As long as I'm with you, I'll back you up as best I can. Gotta look out for my new assistant while I'm still giving her the tour here, right? Yeah, right.
And speaking of, shall we?
We shall. Then let the workday begin.
So what's the first order of business? First thing I do every day is I'm working to check the notice boards around the city. There's one here in Old Town, so let's go check that out, for starters. Got it. Oh, we should probably go talk to Victor before we head out, though. Should pay a visit to the repair shop down the alley out front, too. Understood. Victor first, then. After which we can check the notice board and visit the repair shop. Got it. Yeah, that'll probably just appear on my map and all that. Alright, here's the locations of the event may have a marker on them. Alright, so sub-events and optional, and then required events. Okay. Now you said child menu, okay. Child menu location auto registered, okay. So yeah, we just click child then. Like if I use the child menu, I can like go to here and there and all that. Alright, let's talk to the old man real fast, I guess. What's up, Victor? I'm heading out again. As your landlord, I can't help but help taking notice. I won't ask what you're doing, just be smart out there, you got me? Of course, thank you for your concern. Don't worry about me, though. I know what I need to do. Good answer. Van, she comes back with so much as a scratch on her. I'm personally burying you. Mark my words, man, dude. Alright, yeah, don't pop a blood vessel. My god. I wouldn't worry about her if you didn't give me reason to. Hey, how you've been eating properly, right? More or less something you may depend some leftover veggies on me. And I cook for myself a lot. Really? I didn't realize you could cook. I'm 24, okay? Why is that surprising? Make a mean, sweet omelet. Hell yeah! I'll have you know. Sweet omelet? Still rotting your teeth with that stuff, eh? Here, makes some better stuff. Contain ingredients that... Ooh, thank you. Thanks. Are you sure it's okay to give up this so much? You're just leftovers from this morning. No worries. You'll get hungry. Whip up something for yourselves. Office's kitchen not available for cooking. Heck yeah. And ingredients you can cook in the office kitchen and at charging stations. Alright, cool. Buy ingredients certain shop and learn how to cook dishes from on the menu, okay? Eat a cook recipe the first time you receive the gourmet points. Alright. This is just like in the Tales series, you know? You're enough points raise your gourmet rank, which in turn increase your party's stat values, okay? Sweet. Achieve section menu is now unlocked. Heck yeah. And we open achievements, okay? Like, I mean, this isn't like the Xbox 360 or something, or Xbox period, to show up your achievements on the screen or whatever. Consider challenges for winning certain fights and obtain awards. Heck yeah, man. So wait, did I I pressed, was it up, or was it, that's, okay, the other one's just a map here, so yeah. Alright, I think we're gonna go and end things off for now, guys, so, yeah, the game's still pretty good so far, I'm enjoying it, so, yeah. Hopefully it stays that way and the game doesn't become Bobo later on, but we'll see. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. If you hit the like button and comment, subscribe to my channel. Until next time, bye guys.